going. That's fantastic. Do you want to come join us on the sofa? And we'll have a little chat. There we go. And then squeeze on.
Hello.
Hello. Thank you very much. That was fantastic.
Oh, thanks.
Are you a bit hot now?
Yeah, I'm sweating like a beast here, yeah. As always.
The feeling, don't worry
As
about
always,
it.
Yeah, it's all these lights.
Big time.
So, how are you finding the Coffee House tour so far?
It's amazing. It's mad. It's just all rolling into one big party. It's great. It's seeing places I never knew existed, to be honest.
So have you never been to Leicester before?
No, I've never been. Like I know parts of England and the UK quite well, but I'm seeing all different parts that I just never would have gotten to before. So it's great. It's been brilliant.
Fantastic.
That's great. I understand you're self-taught on the guitar, the piano, probably the harmonica as well.
That's why I'm so terrible, yeah.
I understand it might have taken a lot of time. For any aspiring artists out there, do you have any pearls of wisdom you can share with us?
Pearls of wisdom?
Are you feeling
Not really,
full of wisdom today?
No more than usual. Any pearls of wisdom? No, just if you like doing it, just keep doing it, you know. It's great. It's great fun, it's great, yeah. It's a great hobby, and then if it becomes more than a hobby, go for it, yeah.
I tried to teach myself harmonica, and it's actually a lot harder than it looks to play the harmonica.
Yeah, I made a right balls of it there. I kind of forgot to breathe before I started playing it.
You're
I was
not supposed to tell people that.
Oh, well,
say,
look,
that's how it's meant to be.
Yeah, that was exactly it. But the reason I play the harmonica, to be honest, is because on my recordings, like, you know, there usually be drums and bass and all that stuff, and there could be like a violin line or a guitar line that I can't really pull off, and it's just on my own. So I just try and fill the gaps with the harmonica. That's kind of it. It was sort of a necessity more than a real desire to be a harmonica player.
Well, you're quite good on the guitar. Me, myself, I can barely play Jingle Bells, so
Jingle Bells is hard, man. Don't knock it. I'm still working on that one.
So, you grew up in Ireland.
That's right, yeah.
When did you come over to the UK?
I first came to London when I moved here a couple of years ago. I won't say how long ago, but I moved to London a few years ago, and that was kind of my first experience of England.
Did you move like for your music? Or
that was it. I thought I was in a bit of a rut maybe in Dublin, and I just kind of wanted to get out for a while and just see what else was going on. And as everyone knows, London is just a big spot for music. So
is the Irish music scene quite different then?
It's not really. It's kind of. I mean, it's definitely. I mean, Ireland's a smaller country, so there's always going to be a smaller market, I guess, that, you know. Yeah. But it's very. I mean, when you like the scenes are very similar, you know. I think, and the people are very similar. I think the Irish and the English people are very similar, anyway, in terms of our attitudes and our moods and our personalities. So I think that translates to the music as well, you know.
Okay.
Did you find it a bit overwhelming, maybe? I mean, it's quite a distance from all your family and friends back in Dublin. Yeah,
like it was a little bit, but you know, there was always in my head that they're only a Ryanair flight away, you know, a cheap Ryanair flight if
good old
anything,
Ryanair.
if anything ever really went down, I was
no leg room.
I wasn't too far. Yeah, exactly. Who needs leg room? So it was a little overwhelming, but you know, I mean, London's a huge city compared to Dublin, and I thought I was a city slicker until I came to London, and I felt totally
overwhelmed.
I felt tiny.
Yeah. Do you find? Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm a massive fan of the Irish accent. Do you find that people in London and stuff, do you get comments about that? Or do you kind of feel
really.
that you fit in with the London vibe, or do you kind of stick out?
A couple of years ago, I was told, we were all told that Ireland had just been voted sexiest accent over the French.
I'm not gonna lie,
so
I'd agree with that.
I think they were on top for a long time, and I think we're just after pipping them recently. But no, I don't get it that much. I wish I did.
I think Jamaican's up there somewhere, probably.
Oh, yeah, no,
so
yeah, you can't beat that now, in fairness.
On your website, eoinglackin.com, it says that one of your idols is Chris Christopherson. I hope I said that right, by the way.
Yeah.
What sort of elements or aspects of his music do you kind of incorporate in your own?
Well, what blew my mind with him, it was his storytelling in his songs, you know, and just the amount of detail and information he was able to get into three verses or whatever, and that's what I got hooked on, and through him I got into other storytellers of music, and you know, whether it was country music, whether it was rock and roll, whether it was hip hop, whether it was blues, just anything that kind of told a story, I got into, and Chris was kind of the first person that opened my mind to that, you know.
So is that something that you kind of try and incorporate into your own songwriting and
things like that?
I try to.
I mean, not every song is going to be like a narrative story, but I think I do try and do it as much as I can, because I mean I try to do it. I mean I try and do it and I get it wrong a lot, so you know what I mean. I try and write a story and you can't quite get it right, so you kind of have to just leave it and move on to something else. But they can be tricky things to do, but when they're done right, I think they're great, you know.
So is that what you feel sets you apart from other solo artists out there?
I don't know. I wouldn't know. I think everybody who plays an acoustic guitar and sings songs definitely has, at some point, have to have some similar kind of influences, whether it's Bob Dylan or you know, lately people like Damien Rice or people like that. I think everybody gets into the same, more or less the same stuff when they're starting out, I think, anyway. I mean, it's hard to meet a guy who plays acoustic guitar and doesn't really like Leonard Cohen or like Bob Dylan or like Bob Marley. You know, they're kind of all the same songs that everybody learns. But you know, they're the same songs everybody learns how to play, I think. And so I think we all sort of start off at the same place. We might go different ways then after a while.
So you've recently had a new EP out.
Yeah.
How was that?
It was great. Well, it was my first kind of single or release that kind of got sent to radio in the UK, which is really exciting. Yeah, so hearing it getting played over here was amazing. So that's it. Yeah, I recorded it with a guy called Eoin Glackin, who I've worked with on my other albums, and actually an Irish producer called Gavin Glass as well on one of the tracks. And I'm really proud of it. I'm really proud of it. It came together quite well. I'm happy with it. I've never done an EP before. I've only ever done albums, so it was nice to kind of not have as much pressure on recording that you have to do a full 10 or 12 tracks. It was lovely, yeah.
So have you ever heard yourself be played anywhere? Have you been somewhere and heard yourself? Have you got to that stage?
A couple of times.
Is it weird?
In Ireland, I have it here and there. Here, I've heard myself played, but only when I knew I was going to be played, and I was
so you were listening in.
Yeah,
I
wasn't just listening when it came on. Yeah, but it's always great. It's always great.
Fantastic. Do you want to say a little bit about where people can find your music, so things like Twitter handles and Facebook? So
yeah, it's Eoin Glackin, which is Eoin Glackin.
Before you started, we did just have to check that was the pronunciation.
I know, it's terrible. It's like the hardest name in show business, so I'm told. But yeah, Eoin Glackin, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Glackin Songs. The videos are up there, and owenglackin.com, and all the usual spots. Yeah.
Fantastic. Now, would you like to take part in our little game?
I'd love to, yeah.
Each week we get the artists that come in to make a paper plane and see how far their paper plane goes, and we create a leaderboard down there. So you will be placed on the leaderboard. If I pass you a piece of paper, do you want to get making?
Get making.
Do you want me to hold your microphone for you there? So are you feeling confident in this challenge, or do you feel it has been sprung upon you a little?
I feel it's been sprung upon me, and I've never made a paper plane in my life.
But you're rising to the challenge, which, you know...
Doing quite well. I don't really have a creative bone in my body, so...
I'm not going to lie.
Hands up to you.
Yeah, I've never seen a paper plane be made this way. It kind of, at the moment, looks a bit like a hat.
That's because... that's what it is.
It is a hat.
It's the only thing I can do with paper.
Well, let's hope it flies, because...
And it's kind of a boat as well, though. It kind of looks like a boat, maybe a little bit.
Yeah,
so,
no, you could go with that.
And in fairness, I took the ferry over to the UK, so I think I'll stick with the ferry. So that's my paper plane.
That's your paper plane. Do you want to have a go at throwing it so we can measure it?
No, that doesn't go.
Hang on a sec. Do you want to stand up, do this properly if we're going to do it?
Well, I'll actually just try and do a paper plane.
Okay, you're going to actually try and do a paper
Can I have
plane?
another piece of paper?
Yes, you can. There we go.
I'll actually try and...
We'll keep the hat and, you know, maybe someone from the audience can have it afterwards and you can sign it for them.
I definitely did one as a kid at some stage.
Because
something like this.
See, you've gone with the folding...
Oh, no, hang on.
vertically rather than horizontally, which I've never seen before. I'm not saying it's wrong, I'm just saying I've never seen it before.
Yeah, I kind of don't really know what I'm doing here.
There's a lot of folding and refolding.
No
Hannah always knows best, trust me.
I really have no idea. This is embarrassing. Like, I have no idea how to do this.
It's fine. There's no correlation between your paper making skills and your
music. I
music.
genuinely have no idea how to do it.
Are you forfeiting the challenge?
I actually think I have to, because I genuinely...
We've never had this before. The challenge has been forfeited.
It's really embarrassing. I actually don't know how to make a paper
Well,
plane.
that's fine, but we'll put your hat on the leaderboard.
Yeah, okay. I'll make a new hat. I'll make a new hat. It's really quick. Look. There you go.
There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Owen cannot make a paper plane.
But that hat will be available on eBay as soon as possible.
Well,
Sorry about that.
No, that's fine. You know, some people have skills, some people don't.
Yeah,
you
that's
know.
it.
It's
Can't
fine.
win 'em all. Can't win 'em
But
all.
you can sing and play guitar, which is actually what you're here
I
for.
should hold this for you, shouldn't I? You're holding the mic for me.
Carry on doing it for me. So maybe we'll get you to play some more music, as that's something you can do.
That I can give that a go for sure. Yeah.
Thank you very much for joining us. Is there anything else you would like to say before finishing off your set?
I think that's it. I'm really quite disappointed in my own.
Well, you know,
own
these
plane
things
making.
happen.
Don't take it too hard on yourself.
You know.
But that's
Move
well, I
on,
promise
move
you,
on.
that's exactly when I'm going to go home now. I'm going to Google how to make a paper plane.
And you will spend the
And
rest
then
of the day making
I will
a
never
plane.
be in this position again.
Okay, well.
If this ever happens again.
I'm glad to hear that. Well, thank you very much for coming in. Stop just grabbing. Now
Still
you.
trying. I admire his perseverance, I really, really do.
Do you think it was something wrong with our paper beforehand? Did you need a smaller piece of paper? Oh, this is looking more plain-like. Do
Okay.
you want to give this a go? Oh,
Out of nowhere, I think he's done it.
I think the embarrassment got to him, and he.
No, it's definitely not going to fly, but.
Go on, just
Never know,
chuck
give it a go.
Chuck it from here. Woo!
It's
Can
gone
we get a round of
gone more
applause
air
for
than the
that?
boat
Can we
did.
get a, you're getting a round of applause.
Okay.
So yeah, do you want to go set up? Thank you very much for joining us.
It's been brilliant here at Level 1, as always. We'll be here same time, same place next week, and we hope to see you there.
Cool, so we'll let Owen set up and then we'll go back over to him.